Kenya Police have the champagne on ice, quite literally, as they set their sights on a historic maiden Kenyan Premier League title. But will they seal the deal, or could this be another case of quote-unquote, so close yet so far? Steve Shitera has a special report on that. In rugby, the Kenya 15 side Simbas lived up to their name, at least figuratively, by mauling the United Arab Emirates 54-24 in a thrilling test match here in Nairobi. We'll break down that for you. Also on the menu, a recap of the 2024-2025 English Premier League season, whose curtains came down yesterday with all the drama we've come to expect. In our quickfire segment, we turn the spotlight on military golf and have some special guests from the Kenya Defence Forces lined up for that discussion. Welcome to Sporty Monday. Joining me on the panel today are Benson Barry, Ziti Jimoi, Wakili Jafeth Munyendo, and of course, Steve Shitera. I'm your host, Isaac Swila. Tijan, let's dive right into it. But first things first, Ziti Jimoi is at the scoreboard.
Thank you so much, Swila. Of course, the EPL 2024-2025 is done. We are waiting for next season. Mo Salah winning the EPL player of the season, of course, with the Golden Boot with 28 goals. Chelsea, Manchester City, of course, Arsenal, talk about Liverpool, talk about Newcastle, and again, talk about Spurs after beating Manchester United in Europa Cup. They will be playing in the Champions League next season. More on this, of course, with the team, Sporty Monday Team of the Week. We will be giving you more details on this side. Back to you, Swila.
Thank you, Jimoy. We are looking forward to that. And of course, to our question of the day. Today, we are asking you, do you think Kenya will host the CHAN 2024 competition? Do you think Kenya will be ready to host the CHAN competition in August? Talk to us. 22422, that's the SMS line. You can already text your thoughts and responses there. We are also on social media. You can X us at Citizen TV Kenya, at Isaac Swila, at Ziti Jimoi. We'll be sampling some of them. And of course, the hashtag is Sporty Monday. Keep that conversation going. And now on to our top story. Kenya Police FC stand on the verge of making history, poised to clinch their first ever Kenyan Premier League title just a season after their FKF Cup triumph. Since their promotion to the top tier 3 years ago, Police FC have been steadily rewriting the script of the league traditionally dominated by Kogalo and Tusker FC, the two clubs that have traded the KPL title over the last decade. Kogalo, despite their reputation, have been far from their fluent form this season, a challenge made even tougher after their recent split with head coach Sinisa Mihich. Steve Shitera has the full story.
Analeta ndani Marvin, anaidaka. Na anasema ni goli alidakia ndani. Sebastian Wekesa.
A win against Shabana will see Kenya Police FC crowned 2024-2025 Kenya Premier League champions for the first time in their history, snatching the title right under the nose of Gor Mahia.
Tunafurahia ushindi huko karibu. Ni vizuri kwa tujitolee mhanga ili kwamba at least tulete taji hili kwa Kenya Police. Wakati mwingi polisi hutajwa kwa maneno ambayo si mazuri, lakini kwa sasa watakuwa na jambo la kuzungumza kuhusu mabingwa wa kandanda nchini Kenya. Ni nani? Ukiulizwa hivyo utajibu nini? Hata kama hutaki itabidi useme ni Police FC.
After their FKF Cup triumph last season, Police FC earned the nod to represent Kenya at the Continental Football.
نادي الزمالك في السوبر. هذه خطيرة.
But were bundled out of the CAF Confederations Cup by the Egyptian giants Zamalek in the second round of the competition. That continental exposure, however, engraved in them some stillness to push for the ultimate domestic prize, the Kenya Premier League title.
Mimi nilikuwa nataka tuende tucheze mpira wa kimataifa. At least vijana wangu pia wapande ndege kama timu zingine zozote zile ambazo zinasifika katika nchi zao. Halafu baada ya hapo tuwe tunaweza kuingia kila mahali wajue kwa Police FC inaishi.
Their dream is now turning into reality. With Gor Mahia and Tusker faltering, Kenya Police FC are firmly on course to lift the coveted trophy. But what worked for the law enforcers this season?
Tukaanza kuangalia katika mpango wa usajili, tukaangalia mpango wa technical bench, yani walimu wale wanaotufundisha, na mambo mengi sana ambayo tuliangalia, na tukaomba wajua wakati mwingi ukiona una shida uliza jirani kapitia wapi. Sasa tunaangalia majirani zetu nao wanafanya nini. Katika hilo ndio ukaona sasa nasi tukashika barabara ambao sasa hatuwezi kubali kuiacha.
Gor Mahia's attempt to clinch a record 22nd league title has seemingly stumbled, derailed by internal wrangles and discord in the technical bench. Coach Sinisa Mihich publicly accused his assistants of undermining his authority just weeks into the job.
Keep the same spirit that we...
Mihich, who replaced Leonardo Neiva, failed to spark a turnaround.
Sharif Musa sasa jaribu kuinyanyua nafasi leo.
Despite the return of star striker Benson Omala, the impact was minimal.
Katika mitaa ya Dandora, kaunti ya Nairobi, kisasi kimelipwa. Sinisa Mihich. Yes! Yes!
Mihich has since been relieved of his duties, leaving Gor Mahia watching helplessly as Kenya Police edge closer to glory. This season alone, Gor Mahia have been through 4 coaches following the departure of Jonathan McKinstry to take over the Gambian national team. They include Zedekiah Zikotieno, Leonardo Neiva, Sinisa Mihich, and now Michael Nam on an interim basis.
Tulizamtu amepoteza mali.
And as the curtain falls on the 2024-2025 season, the big question remains, what next for Gor Mahia, Tusker and FC Leopards?
Katika uwanja huu anapiga moja kwa moja chini kwa chini.
And for Kenya Police FC, can they maintain this stellar performance next season, or will this be a one-off triumph?
Tuko pale. Hapa kileleni tutakaa sana na kututoa itakuwa kazi. Labda uite majirani, nyote mshirikiane.
Fursa!
Steve Ashitera for Sporty Monday, Nairobi.
And of course, that story leads us to our discussion. And today, it's the men in uniform dominating the show. Benson, I'll start with you. Hujambo?
Salama salmin, nashukuru.
Police literally have their artillery focusing on the title. Basically, it's under their nose. Shabana lie in wait. Do you think they're going to bag the gong?
One thing, Swila, thank you for having me. I think Kenya Police should be popping the champagne by now, because from the look of things, Gor Mahia and Tusker, from Tusker being beaten seven goals, and they are 7-1, and they are fighting for the league. And you have heard from the chairman, they are here to stay. I think the headline should read new sheriff in town. Because from the chairman, you've heard what he said. Yes. They're here for a long time, and I think Swila, this should be a good show even for the upcoming teams, be it in rugby, be it in hockey, be it in football. You know, Kenya Police, I think they have not been here for so long, but you see the quality, because if you invest in the management and you invest in the players, that's the result that you get. You know, we have seen so many teams like Thika United. Where are they now? Division 1, you see, Thika Rugby, they rose to being beaten and unbeaten in rugby, and now they're nowhere to be seen. Now we have Kenya Police. The question is, for how long will they be at the top, and for how long will they give a run for the money for Gor Mahia and Tusker and the other teams? It's only time can tell, Sila.
For how long, only time will tell. Japheth, actually his real name is Japheth Munyendo. We've been calling you Wakili and Chutsi, but welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Probably give us a perspective. What has worked for the law enforcers? If you look at the technical bench, they've been signing players the last 3, 4, 5 years. What would I equate to what Man City tried when they were trying to take the crown from the big boys? Is it finally working? And who are these players probably would single out in this season that have really done well for Police?
Well, congratulations. You know, anytime you ask for predictions,
My predictions always go right, unlike what she told. I predicted the Spurs.
I'll come to you as we sort your mic. Rita, we'll sort your mic.
I think for what have worked for police, it's management. If you put everything in order, if you put your, if things flows in the management, because at the end of it, the information flows. If there's a problem in the team, it's being sorted out. And then I think people thought that maybe when police are signing, there's a player who are of maybe over 30. Most of them, of course, they were former Gor Mahia players. Talk about I don't want to mention the player's name, but again, you've seen what they're bringing in the table, the experience. So one thing that we are asking ourselves, what are they going to do in the CAF, that is in the CAF competition, if they win the league, because they only have, they need only 3 points. If they win the league, what are they going to do in the CAF? Because we've seen Gor Mahia winning the league, but when they go international, they're just making up the numbers. Yes, they're just making up the numbers, and in the group stages, they're back home. So let's, I think now police needs to start gearing up for the CAF championship, and growing the team from even from where Gor Mahia has reached up. Because it's not easy playing in the CAF champion, because I've seen how teams are really investing in it. Look at talk about our neighbors, how Yanga have invested, how Simba, most of the, let's say 70 players of these teams in the Yanga and Simba, they're not even from Tanzania. So now police need to go and invest in players if they win the league, and see what they're going to do in the CAF championship.
Wakili, now I don't know, probably you were making a point, maybe. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, I was saying, and let me reiterate this, my predictions always go right, and I can tip Kenya Police to bag the Kenya Premier League. It doesn't matter, they may pull a draw with Shabana or even beat Gor Mahia on the last day when they play. I think Kenya Police has been focused, and their focus, I do not think, was only on winning the league. Their focus was on upsetting the status quo. I saw a clip where we said that Kenya Police, Gor Mahia and Tusker has dominated the league for the past 10 years. It's not for the past decade, it's for the past at least 14 years, from 2011, because Tusker won the league 2011, 2012, and then Gor Mahia took over. So it's a good fresh air, because the status quo is being upset. We are having a new sheriff in town, as he has said, and it's good.
I want to play
devil's advocate.
You guys are jumping the gun. They haven't lifted that title.
No,
they're going to.
Anything is possible, because Shabana, for the record, are not a very light team, are they?
No, Shabana's inclusion is very good for competition. I say this, they may not beat Shabana, they may pull a draw, and they may still beat Gor Mahia on the last day.
You think
so? Of course, yeah, Gor Mahia are beatable. Yesterday, Morangasil gave them a run for their money. There's no team which is not beatable.
So for you, if you look at probably the technical formation, that's the first 11.
Yes.
What has really worked for police this time around?
The quality and pedigree of their players is top-notch. I can single out some few players, particularly when they released the infamous Patrick Matasi. The goalkeeper job has been very consistent. In fact, he's one of the persons who with goalkeepers with clean sheets.
Clean sheets, yes.
And then Kenya Police defense, it's one of the meanest defenses. They have least conceded. And of course, now when we go to their midfield, in particular Marvin Nabuire, and then the signing of mercurial Mohamed Bajaba. Some Gor Mahia fans call him Adani, but these are good Adani for football, because his purchase and acquisition has really, in fact, he should be their top scorer. Yeah, it's really working out. But most important, Kenya's Police biggest signing was the acquisition of coach Etienne Dairagije, the Burundian tactician. He's coached Azam, he's coached Simba, he's coached the national team of Tanzania, and his inclusion. When he picked the team, sometimes in November or thereabouts, the team was lagging at the 18th.
Yes.
And now he has performed some tactical
the magic bullet for you.
Definitely.
Sula, allow me to say that the other day we saw Arsenal women winning the Champions League. They picked the boys were unable to win. So Kenya Police also have an opportunity to replicate what the ladies did the other day.
Yes, police
so
bullets.
police bullets. So this is an opportunity for them to replicate what the ladies did, and these are the perfect platform for them to
it will be
showcase.
unfair for us to give to laud the players without mentioning a word to the management.
True.
You could
Led by Mr. Nyale.
Yeah, Mr. Nyale and his troops. You could see how authoritative and assertive he is. I do not think he's being overconfident. He's just being confident in a good way. And by the way, the team is giving a good image to the police, the National Police Service. The ordinarily police in Kenya are known for bad things. But
so at least Police FC is giving them a
football
good name.
side is doing marvelous.
The only thing that I think I will ask questions is about the Ulinzi. Ulinzi have the same things that police have. Ulinzi have players who are in the KDF, and police have players who are in the police unit. So there's something that is happening in Ulinzi that they need to be checked, because Ulinzi have to be even at the top.
I can respond to that.
We have to move forward, but we will be guys, hold on. Shita, hold on. We want to hear from Shita.
Have you realized I've let them I've let them roll, but again Waswahili wanasema mwenye macho haambiwi tazama. I think this is for Kenya Police taking, because they have done every job. Kama ni kupika wamepika, wamepakua, imebaki tu sasa kula. Labda kama una matatizo ya tumbo ndio utasema itabidi uangaliwe ndio uweze kupata mapochopocho ambayo yameandaliwa. But in a nutshell, I think they remind me of Sofapaka in 2009 in their debut season under coach Robert Matano. It's the only team that disrupted the status quo then by Gor Mahia, Ulinzi and Tusker. I remember you brought a very crucial point that I challenge Ulinzi FC to bring up that derby, because Kenya Police versus Ulinzi should be an equal derby to Mashemeji derby. Yes. Let them put up that beauty, because it's an all-disciplined forces derby. So I challenge them. I really miss the Ulinzi under the chairmanship of Joe Birgen when they used to dominate the Kenya Premier League, and that is when we could see the faces of Tusker, Gor Mahia, Ulinzi.
But they won the league twice, 205, 206.
Yeah.
3 years in a row.
Yes, that's why I'm saying I really miss the times of Joe Birgen. He used to command that team the same way Nyale is doing. And give it to Kenya Police. They have done everything possible to win this league. As he said, the way Police started, they started on a very low note. The goalkeeper was really porous, but they stood up to the occasion. I was going through the dinner gala by Police FC, and Munga Nyale was saying, we brought in the coach when we were position 18, as he says. We changed the goalkeeper mid-season. No one knew that we could run and win the league. They have done it. And the fight they gave last season in the Confederations Cup against Zamalek, remember, they came down to win that match against the Ethiopian Giants, you remember? Kofi, yeah. So it's a team that is steadily building. They have not done it immediately as Sofapaka, but they are steadily doing it. Look at their signing by Jaber, who is a very key player in Harambee Stars. He scored a very crucial goal in the national team campaign, I think, in AFCON qualifiers. So in my view, I think give it to Kenya Police. If you want to benchmark, don't go to Tanzania for Simba and Yanga. FC Leopards, Tusker and Gor Mahia now, who are really struggling, do your benchmarking with Kenya Police.
So let's just to cap it off.
I want us to bring the